The DM. The baby is crying. Your insight check reveals that it is hungry. Male druid. Can I turn into a cow? The DM. Hey, SkyDieRay. Oh, god damn it, man. Come on. Well, it looks like we lost another one to the intros. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another DnDMemes video. Before jumping into this one, hope you're having a wonderful day. And also, if you want to quickly, kindly take a moment to leave a like on the video, I would really appreciate it. So thank you so much if you do that, it helps a lot. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I choose wisdom. Femdom. Wanting to be dominated by a female. Wisdom. Wanting to be dominated by a wizard. Yeah, I choose wisdom too. I mean, it would be more interesting, right? It also implies that wizards exist. Praise the gods. Ancient Greeks sacrificing a lamb before sailing the seas so that Poseidon wouldn't sink them. Me. What idiots. They honestly thought that this would work. Also me. If I bring my DM exactly this type of Doritos and this dip, then maybe he won't kill my character today. That's one of the biggest disadvantages of playing online. You're actually unable to bribe the DM. With food at least. Or, well, I guess you could, but it would not be subtle at all. Like, absolutely at all. Toto party kill. Cleric. Watch your tone, vampire. Or have you forgotten what happened in Africa? Vampire hisses.
You genocidal monster. Generations of my brethren erased from existence.
Bard. Dude, what did you do? I blessed the rains down in Africa. Okay. I think Mordenkainen really lost his touch after Sword. His other spells just aren't the same. What if magic was real, but it was treated the way music is, now with different genres and like, oh, you're still into conjuring? That's cool, I guess. Recently I've been getting into third wave post-necromancy. It's some pretty heavy stuff. What do you mean you've never learned Fireball? It's a classic! I don't know, I'm not really into evocations. How can you not be into any evocations? Well, it's kind of dead magic, isn't it? Jesus Christ, that's a funny take. The NPCs are going to be shouting a lot. DM, why don't we all introduce our characters? Player 1. This is my human fighter, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Player 2. You guys are not gonna believe this. Okay. Okay, dude. Hey, high levelers. F you. Okay. Hear me out. Non-Newtonian slimes. The AC goes up the harder you hit them. That would be hard, mechanically, considering you don't roll damage until a hit is confirmed. Well, you could do something like a certain AC and they have to hit below that number. What? Yeah, say the slime has 15 AC. You have to roll under that to hit it, otherwise it turns solid. Interesting. Hey, high level characters. You. Yeah, literally. A short conversation that I had with my D&D group. Hey guys, if there was a dragonborn band of bards, would they be called Imagine Humans? I hope. That's so aggressive, Jesus Christ, I can't even read it. I hope you never walk again. Cast this on a group of hill giants to the song We Will Rock You by Queen. Hysterical. Bards are too powerful. They can learn mass suggestion and all they have to do is yell everybody clap your hands and make up to 12 people do the cha-cha slid for 24 hours. At higher levels, when you cast the spell using a 7th level spell slot, the duration is 10 days. When you use an 8th level spell slot, the duration is 30 days. For a 9th level spell slot, it's a year and a day. A level 20 bard can force you to do the cha-cha slide for a year and a day. Yeah, okay, so I was like a bit curious if that would work. The spell itself requires the action that you ask them to make, or whatever you want to influence them to do, to sound reasonable, and doing the cha-cha slide for a year and a day, I don't think you can make that seem reasonable. Also, I feel like, you know, they would starve if they would do that continuously, so I don't know. The only good knife here is a dead knife here. Why come dwarf is good at using axes? I thought dwarves burrowed under the ground and built kingdoms and lived there. For them, the hammer to break the stone is a reasonable object, but the axe to cut down the tree doesn't seem to be as reasonable. Shouldn't they be able to handle pickaxes instead of axes? Why are they good at handling axes? I freaking love the answer to this one. It's because elves live in trees. I'm so sorry, DM, but you dug your own grave there. The players try to trade minor artifacts with powerful magical beings for permanent stat increases. Say out loud that the diplomacy check DC is going to be 40, trying to scare them off the deal. They start buffing the bard with everything they have at their disposal. The bard rolls a 51. Honestly, I wasn't really aware that that's a number that you can actually roll. Jesus Christ. My friend sent me this. What are your banned spells? This is the meme from last time with the banned spell list. I'm not reading them again. And then Warlock Union 2021 permissible spell list. It's the same one. And then there's an update. Wizard Council unbanned spell list 2021. Eradicate Warlock. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know. No, he's got a point. Elves are way better than dwarves. Elves have better magic, better mobility, and a longer lifespan. Yeah, but you can make a funny accent when you play a dwarf. I choose that one. I mean, that's a pretty big plus, isn't it? Can you defeat the snail? The snail. Tiny monstrosity, chaotic evil. Armor class 5, natural armor. Hit points 1. Speed 5 feet and climbing 5 feet. Strength 1, dexterity 1, 42 constitution, 1 intelligence, 12 wisdom, and 2 charisma. Saving throws, constitution plus 25. Skills, plus 13 on stealth and plus 10 on survival. Senses, 5 feet of tremor sense and the passive perception of 11. No languages. The challenge rating is 30. It gives 155,000 experience points. Invulnerable. The snail is invulnerable. Anytime that the snail would be put to or under 0 health, it can drop to 1 health instead. It is immune to death effects. Apex Predator. Nothing escapes the snail. The snail can mark a target of its choice, granting it immortality and wealth beyond reason. The target is made aware of the existence of the snail and its full list of abilities when it becomes marked. The snail is always perfectly aware of the marked creature's location. No spell or effect can, in any way, conceal the presence of the marked target to the snail's perception. If the target is in a place otherwise unreachable for the snail gains access to the lowest possible spell capable of bridging that gap. For example, if the target escapes in another dimension, the snail gains the plane shift spell. If the snail comes into contact with its target, the target dies immediately. Creatures immune to death effects are not immune to this ability. Unstoppable. The snail gains the ability to cleanse any condition it suffers as an immediate action. Unstoppable can always be used regardless of conditions or effects that may state otherwise. Oh god, I cannot believe that someone took the time to make the snail lore into an actual D&D character. Yeah, if you don't know, this is a pretty popular thing, I think. I think most people, at least on Reddit, have heard of this. I don't know where it comes from. I think the origin was an Ask Reddit or something, which is really dumb. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, do you think you could defeat the snail? Probably not, because it's not meant to be defeated. In the original story, you would just be able to lock it somewhere, I think, and then, you know, you would be safe until it somehow escapes if it does. But yeah, in this one, if it teleports or, you know, gains spells as well, you would basically just have to run to the other side of the earth and live a happy life for a couple of years maybe, and then restart on the other side again. I don't know, do you have a plan to defeat it? I guess you could ask a god or, you know, something, maybe cast a wish or something. Would that work? I don't know. Could you defeat it in any way? Let me know if you think so in the comments. Thanks, but I just think that she's neat. LGBTQ congratulating me on playing a woman in D&D as a man and exploring my identity. Me, who just really likes Joan d'Arc and wanted to play a fantasy version of her. I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit confused why on the left you have LGBTQ, like as an entity. What the f is that supposed to mean? I mean, I obviously get the idea, but The wording is, the phrasing I guess is just odd or weird, I don't know. World Building 101. There are no rules. World builders naming towns. I named this town Eligwimef, which means where the dearly beloved king died next to his lover, in the language that I invented, and also a combination of the old English word for diamonds and the Maori word for apples, since that's their main exports. People in real life naming towns. I named this town Big Falls, cause Big Fall there, obviously. Me poring over a fantasy map. I already used that name for a town, I can't use it again. That's such sloppy world building. Real life maps. There are 6 rivers in Britain called the River Avon, which means river, because when the Romans asked the Celts what is that, they replied a river, and the Romans nodded and jotted it down. I wish they would teach history stuff like this in school, I mean that would make it so much more entertaining and fun. Ah, magic. Always change. The DM. The baby is crying. Your insight check reveals that it is hungry. Male druid. Can I turn into a cow? The DM. Jesus Christ, man. Bah! Only if my players were so generous. Instead, they argue over who took the last bread bite. P.S. It was me. Veteran. Oh, Master of Dungeons. We bring you a gift. DM. Oh, and what is this gift? We bring to you Doritos of the Cool Ranch. This is a sufficient offering. We shall commence the ritual when you get the Fate Rocks. Newbie. What the f is happening? Okay, who opened questionable war mail? Cleric. Good sir, we heard that your village has befallen a terrible lycanthropic curse. Villager. The werewolves did it. They say that they can remove it, but they're asking for 100 Bitcoins. Oh no, tell me it's not what I think it is. Yup, ransomware. Jesus Christ. I can't believe they managed to infiltrate the fantasy realms as well. Still my most iconic moment, to be honest. Big bad evil guy. Be very strong and use trickery to pretend to be a divine being. The party is too scared to fight you as they think you're even stronger than you are. A barbarian tripping balls on some shrooms thinks that he's also a god and stabs you. He gets a natural 20 and max damage, shaving off a good part of your health. And the rest of the party realizes that you are no god. Jesus Christ. I wasn't even aware that you can trip on shrooms I mean, that you have magic. Well, I get. Yeah, okay, in hindsight, I guess it's kind of obvious that magic shrooms should exist in fantasy realms or worlds, whatever. Anyway, those still pretty much just luck, right? Gotta gatekeep at least a little bit, for safety. You don't need to be confined to binary notions of sex and gender. Player's Handbook, page 121. Random bigots trying to get into my hobby. Thaumaturgy is my favorite spell because it allows the heart of many theater kids to go wild. What people do with thaumaturgy versus what thaumaturgy can do in the rulebook. Well, yeah, but then the rule of cool applies and, you know, changes everything. Alright, on that note, we're gonna end the video here, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to everyone supporting the channel on Patreon, I really appreciate it, so thank you so much for the support given there. Links below if you want to check it out, as well as links to the social media, Discord, subreddit, anything else. And, yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye!